Test. All right, let's go. Let's get this ball on the road. Oh no, wrong one. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Why does it always do that? Dumb. There we go. Beta! What's going on, Rough Rider? Gotta set this up. I was wondering why I didn't see chat. It's because I'm in the middle of setting it up. I figured it would already be started by now. So I'm like, nah, fuck it, we'll just go live. But it hadn't started, so I'm like, okay, now I'll set up the chat. What's going on, Rough Rider? What's going on, Man Eater? Pop out chat. Here we go. Always on top. Boom. Always on top. All right, I think we're good. So yeah, I guess we're just waiting for the old Donald Treasy to come out. And you know what? I wish I had I'm gonna be honest. Oh my God, it's melting fast. Damn. We're on. We're live. Oh, here we go. The gavel. Are you all ready to be lied to? Should have made this a drinking game.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
All right, we could begin now. Sing Fang, Architect of Sin, is here. Oh, shit. Boop. don't know. Like if we're looking for an exit off this earth, maybe we do like one drink for every lie, and then I'll see you all on the other side. I spell addresses, right? Is that how you spell addresses? That's how you spell it, right? Yeah. You look weird. Felt like it's too many S's. Addresses is... You know what? Even though it's right, it still bothers me. So... There you go. Sir. Whoa, am I even streaming if I don't have my bisexual lighting on behind me? What's going on here? There we go. They treat this dude like a celebrity. Like it's not even about respect. It's like, oh my God, sir, it's such an honor to meet you. All right, number ice cream. I have to make sure it didn't make a mess. I want to say something, but I don't want FBI on my ass. How about this? Me too. That's all I gotta say. That's all we can say. Me too. C.E. Rouse, Howdy Robo, and the Leftovers. What's going on? I like it. I like it. I don't know why. Every time I think about it, I'm like, wait, what was it? Was it like what did he say it was? The Leftovers. The mind melded. Yeah, we all know. We all know. Sir, please don't fire me. Are they reminding themselves what country they're in? It's literally a congressional address. Like this is the governing body of the United States of America, and they have to chant the USA as if there's like other countries in the room. You know, usually chants are like, hey, we're gonna chant louder than the other people. Like, bro, it's just the one team. Oh, nice. I like it. I like it. Yeah, better undo that button. I know what that's like. Gotta let it breathe sometimes. You know, you get tired of sucking it in the whole time. Dude, there's no way they need to clap that long. That's a little ridiculous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a great honor. Thank you very much. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, the First Lady of the United States.
Oh, hey, this is what's gonna happen. So now I know how it feels to be the other side. Because I mean, it was still annoying. It was annoying when it happens to Democrats too, but then it's like they really got to do their thing for this guy. So they're gonna be like,
members of the United States Congress, thank you.
Now stand up, another standing ovation, and another standing ovation, and then another standing ovation.
America is back.
Look at him, like a child. I don't know. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. How embarrassed must you be?
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
He did in 4 years what no other president has done in 2. All right, there's one line. He also said America's back, so I guess 2 lies.
Report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before. The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it.
I need to ad-lib in the silence here.
The presidential election of November 5th was a mandate
and we'll never witness again. Is that another little dog whistle?
We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory of 312 votes. We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
That's true. That's true. No, they did. So I forget that guy's name, but he's trying to yell something.
2,700 to 525.
He's trying to interrupt him.
On a map that reads almost completely red.
Who
for
earns?
Republican.
Oh, they're gonna kick him out. They're kicking out one of the congressmen.
Now, for the first
Shit,
time
what's his
in
name?
modern
Fuck.
history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing,
Sign of the
most ever.
Hell hath frozen over.
Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Oh, they didn't take him out. Who's that?
Members
What is
are
his name? I
engaging
don't
in
care.
willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the sergeant at arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir.
Green.
Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the sergeant at arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
See, so a lot of people were talking about, like, don't even show up to this shit. Like, no one wants to see you wearing all white or anything like that. But this is a good way to do it. Come in and one at a time, stand up and interrupt his shit. I love it. Because if he had to do this every single time, he's not going to be able to get it through.
Members are directed
And I hope that's what the plan
to
is.
uphold
He's
and
number one.
maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you.
A succulent
Over the
Chinese
past 6
meal.
weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400
Exactly.
executive actions
Exactly.
on record to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it. In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency, is the most
Points to one
successful
side of the aisle.
in the history of our nation. By many. And what
Luigi,
makes
bless
it
you.
even more impressive is that, do you know who number 2 is? George Washington. How about that? How about it? I don't know about that list, but we'll take it. Within hours of taking the
Who
oath
said
of
that?
office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and Border Patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
Let's see. Let's see.
They heard my words and they chose not to come. Much easier that way. In comparison, under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history, there were hundreds of thousands of illegal crossings a month, and virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and insane asylums, were released into our country. Who would want to do that? This is
a
my
lie.
5th such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way.
Every time Vance laughs, I really want to just, man, I need the worst to happen to him. I need breaking news. This just in. Something really bad happened to JD Vance. The nation mourns.
Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
No, he got banned for saying it. I said something, the country mourns.
Every day, my administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid. I terminated the ridiculous Green New Scam. I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord, which was costing us trillions of dollars that other countries were not paying. I withdrew from the corrupt
So then we should get
World
trillions
Health
more to
Organization.
spend, right? Is that how it works?
And I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council.
Anti-genocide, anti-human rights
We ended
violations,
all the
Human Rights
burdens,
Council.
Environmental restrictions that were making our country far less
You
safe
can't even
and
violate
totally
human rights
unaffordable.
anymore.
And importantly,
Un-American.
we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic destruction. To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated, just like I did in my very successful first day.
That doesn't even make any sense because that's just like some arbitrary, like, I don't know. Is there that many regulations we need to get rid of? I don't know. Just do it.
Necessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before.
Apparently.
We ordered all federal
Just like,
workers to
you know,
return to the
Antifa,
office.
which
They
stands for
will either
anti-fascist,
show
is
up for
bad.
work in
Human
person
Rights
or
Council,
be
bad.
removed from their job. And we have ended weaponized government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out?
You're the president.
Not too good.
You're the president. It's over. Like, what's the point in continuing to say that Biden sucked? Make any damn sense.
And I have stopped all government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back.
We made comedy legal again. We are now allowed to tell jokes. That's right, you got a Biden
2
boner.
days ago, I signed an order making English the official language of the United States of America. I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
So
And
Congressman
likewise,
Green's the only
I
person who's going to stand
renamed
up.
for a great president, William
That's a shame that he had to do that by
McKinley,
himself.
Mount McKinley again. Beautiful Alaska.
because using its indigenous name was un-American, which is kind of a tell in and of itself. So
diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military. And our country will be woke no longer.
Nah, we're still woke.
We believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller,
you should be allowed to tell a woman whether or not she's allowed to have an abortion.
Not race or gender. Very important. You should be hired based on merit. And the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yep.
We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Just out here, just solving problems left and right. Solving problems.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Men have never been allowed to play sports. Yeah, this is no bueno.
3 years ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side, and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy trans people can't play sports with us anymore.
And if you really want to see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours. Broke the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer. What I have just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen. Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control.
And they're still
The
out of
egg
control.
price is out of control. And we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration.
Wait, I thought it was going to be day one. The fuck is he talking about? Is that something? There we go. There we go. More people standing up.
The focus of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of those power plants right now. And frankly, we have never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office, I declared a national energy emergency.
I like when he pauses. He's like, "Please clap."
Gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far. And now I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill.
Four years. The Earth is fucked. I feel bad for my grandkids and my great grandkids, but I'm so glad I'm gonna be dead.
Gas pipeline in Alaska, among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA. To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
Yes. Grocery price index. Let's see here.
And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency, GOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps. Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
I'm surprised his son isn't like up by Donald Trump, telling him to shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Elon. He's working very hard. He didn't need this. He didn't need this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Everybody here, even this side, appreciates it, I believe. They just don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified. $22 billion from HHS to provide
I think you
cars
met the max. Or did it happen, man? Did those come on the screen?
$45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million.
Remember, if you've never heard of a country, they deserve to die.
Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program.
Yeah, for children.
$1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her? A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. He's a real estate developer. He's done very well.
So the NIH awarded 3 projects, $477,000
in Zambia.
That included administering feminizing hormones to male monkeys to see if it made them more susceptible to HIV. This wasn't to make them transgender. It was an HIV study.
Improving learning outcomes in Asia.
Scratch that.
Asia's doing very well with learning.
Nope, no studying HIV.
We know what we're doing. Should use it ourselves. And $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education. The most ever paid, nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about.
See what I'm saying? If we had to drink for a lie, we'd be dead.
Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud. And we've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taking back a lot of that money. We got it just in time. This is just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation, and we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110 to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some people that are rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129.
Someone needs to just slap the shit out of JD Vance.
9 million people from ages
like he's like staring at some people like he's their dad or something.
3.5 million people from ages 140 to 149. And money is being paid to many of them. And we're searching right now. In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid and paid and nobody does. And it really hurts Social Security and hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159 and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age
but this has already been debunked.
160 years old.
This has already been debunked.
We have a healthier country than I thought, Bobby.
That's how I know these people, like, they're just stupid. and evil, because this has already been debunked.
People between the ages of
Yes,
220 and 229. One person between the age of 240 and 249, and one person is listed at 360 years of age. More than 100 years older than our country. But we're going to find out where that money's going, and it's not going to be pretty. By slashing all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families. And today, interest rates took a beautiful drop, big, beautiful drop. It's about time. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it. With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated. And these people will have to pay tax in our country. They won't have to pay tax from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want to do that, but they have to pay tax, create jobs. They'll also be taking people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having them being forced out. Number one, at the top school, as an example, being forced out and not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success for a company out there. So while we take out the criminals, killers, traffickers, and child predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, the Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed to destroy our country. We will now bring in brilliant, hardworking, job-creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money, and we're going to reduce our debt with that money. Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change.
If these presidents were half of what Republicans said they were, the world would be a much better place.
Crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way. The nation founded by pioneers and risk-takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt. Approvals that should take 10 days to get instead take 10 years, 15 years, and even 20 years before you're rejected. Meanwhile, we have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have not been showing up to work. My administration will reclaim power from this unaccountable bureaucracy, and we will restore true democracy to America again. And any federal bureaucrat who resists this change will be removed from office immediately. Because we are draining the swamp. It's very simple. And the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over.
So you hear like that laugh? I don't understand these people. Like they're like robots. It's like a laugh track.
And the next phase of our plan to deliver the greatest economy in history is for this Congress to pass tax cuts for everybody. They're in there. They're waiting for you to vote. And I'm sure that the people on my right.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't mean the Republican right, but my right here. I'm sure you're going to vote for those tax cuts because otherwise I don't believe the people will ever vote you into office. So I'm doing you a big favor by telling you that. But I know this group is going to be voting for the tax.
The tax cut to corporations? Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
A very, very big part of
Look
our
at that.
plan.
Look how white
We had
that side
tremendous
is.
success in
It's
our
interesting.
first term with it. A very big part of our plan. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board. And
Yeah, that's what I want the Democrats to do. I want Democrats to stop being bitches and just start chanting something. All of them.
No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors.
He said, good luck. What happened? Just do it. Sign an executive order.
And I also want to make interest payments on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America.
That'd be dope.
And by the way, we're going to have growth in the auto industry like nobody's ever seen. Plants are opening up all over the place. Deals are being made. Never seen. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it?
Yeah, none of it's in the what's it? Continuing resolution. We'll see what happens on the final bill.
Absolutely boom. It's going to boom. Spoke to the majors today, all three, the top people, and they're so excited. In fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana, one of the largest anywhere in the world. And this has taken place since our great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country. In addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025. And it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country.
In the history of the country? You just say anything. This guy just says whatever the fuck he wants.
If you don't make your product in America, however, under the Trump administration,
it was the greatest economy in the history of the planet Earth. No country has ever had such a successful economy.
Using them against those other countries. On average, the European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of them? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair.
Yeah.
India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%. China's average tariff on our products is twice what we charge them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher. And we give so much help militarily and in so many other ways to South Korea. But that's what happens. This is happening by friend and foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was. And so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day. That's not, just one day cost us a lot of money. but we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person.
Shut up. Okay,
April
you get
2nd,
it. It's April 1st. Got it.
reciprocal tariffs kick in. And whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal, back and forth. Whatever they tax us, we will tax them. If they do non-monetary tariffs to keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that, too. They don't even allow us in their market. We will take in trillions and trillions of dollars and create jobs like we have never seen before. I did it with China and I did it with others, and the Biden administration couldn't do anything about it because there was so much money they couldn't do anything about it. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on earth, and we will not let that happen any longer. Much has been said over the last 3 months about
He's
Mexico
like,
and Canada. But we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country at levels never seen before, killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They are, in effect, receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada.
He always looks like he's like doing math in his head.
Of hundreds of billions.
That's the kind of face that you make when you're doing math in your head.
Be doing that.
He just doesn't get. He doesn't get what's going on. He's just making sure that he doesn't miss an opportunity to laugh and clap.
Into place, we have had $1.7 trillion of new investment in America in just the past few weeks. The combination of the election and our economic policies that people of SoftBank, one of the most brilliant anywhere in the world, announced a $200 billion investment. OpenAI and Oracle, Larry Ellison, announced $500 billion investment, which they wouldn't have done if Kamala had won. Apple announced $500 billion investment. Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough. It's going to be much higher than that, I believe. They'll be building their plants here instead of in China. And just yesterday, Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest in the world, most powerful in the world, has a tremendous amount, 97% of the market, announced a $165 billion investment to build the most powerful chips on earth right here in the USA. And we're not giving them any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money. All that was important to them was they didn't want to pay the tariffs, so they came and they're building, and many other companies are coming. We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people. And they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act, and whatever's left over, Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt or any other reason you want to.
Yeah, he looks like that, but that's just his face. He's a whole ass piece of shit. He's a gay conversion therapy, woman belong in the house, all type of shit.
Our new trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer.
Yeah, GM Morgan's been here for a minute.
Selling into our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able to compete with you. Because there's goods that come in from other countries and companies. They're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty.
GM's like, I'd be around.
Disgusting, and they come in and they pour in, and they hurt our American farmers. The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers starting on April 2nd. It may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases, and I said, just bear with me, and they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again, and this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it.
Yeah, he does. He has like a I'm forcing myself to smile because I just
great, but Biden did not.
He just looked down at his phone and it was a text from his wife said, "I'm leaving you."
Farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too. It's all going to happen.
Which farmers? The ones that are going out of business because of your policies?
And I have also imposed a 25% tariff on foreign aluminum, copper, lumber, and steel because if we don't have, as an example, steel and lots of other things, we don't have a military and frankly we just won't have a country very long. Here today is a proud American steelworker, fantastic person from Decatur, Alabama, Jeff Denard. Has been working at the same steel plant for 27 years in a job that has allowed him to serve as the captain of his local volunteer fire department, raised 7 children with his beautiful wife, Nicole, and over the years provide a loving home for more than 40 foster children. So great, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Stories like Jeff's remind us that tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much. No, you're not. Oh. And look where Biden took us. Very low, the lowest we've ever been. Jeff, I want to
the
thank
lowest
you very
we've
much.
ever been,
I also want to recognize
including the Great Depression. Lower than that.
Foster care community. She worked so hard on it. A very loving person. Our magnificent First Lady of the United States.
That face. She's like, bitch, I told you to stop fucking saying my name. You just lost hand-holding privileges.
Melania's work has yielded incredible results, helping prepare our nation's future leaders as they enter the workforce. Our First Lady is joined by 2 impressive young women, very impressive. Haley Ferguson, who benefited from the First Lady's Fostering the Future initiative and is poised to complete her education and become a teacher. And Elliston Berry, who became a victim of an illicit deepfake image produced by a peer. With Elliston's help, the Senate just passed the Take It Down Act, and this is so important. Thank you very much, John. John Thune, thank you. Stand up, John.
So,
thank you, John.
So that's actually pretty dope, that bill.
Very much.
But you notice that he'll talk about everything else in Biden, and then like something he did good, he's like, and blah 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 blah. Stand up, clap. And that's it.
Great job.
It's not that important. Let's go back to shitting on brown people.
Images online is terrible, terrible thing. And once it passes the House, I look forward to signing that bill into law. Thank you. And I'm going to use that bill for myself too, if you don't mind. Because nobody gets treated worse than I do online.
We know you will.
That's great.
We know
Thank
you
very
will.
much to the Senate. Thank you. But if we truly care about protecting Americans' children, no step is more crucial than securing America's borders. Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world. Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies, They are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast. And I
All
want to
those,
thank Tom Homan and Christy. I want to thank you and Paul of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol.
Yeah.
ICE,
Yeah.
law enforcement in
The
general
migrant
is
community
incredible to take
has
care
the
of our law
lowest crime
enforcement.
rates. But yeah, they're just coming here as rapists and murderers. Oh, on another note,
Last year,
the Tate brothers, I'm getting to come to the United States. The Tate brothers.
a brilliant 22-year-old nursing
I don't know.
student
I am
named
going.
Laken Riley,
I don't know.
the best in her class, admired by everybody.
Let me see.
Went
Yeah,
out
that's
for
a good
jog
question.
on the campus of the University of Georgia. That morning, Laken was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Laken was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border and then set loose into the United States under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration. He had then been
So it averaged
arrested
about
and
80 minutes,
released
so
in
like maybe
a
an hour
Democrat-run
20.
Sanctuary city, a disaster. Before ending
It's been
the
about an
life of
hour,
this
so he probably has about
beautiful
another
young
15,
angel.
20 minutes left.
With us this evening are Laken's beloved mother, Allison, and her sister, Lauren.
Lauren.
Last year, I told Laken's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter would not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who
Yeah, I imagine a lot of people are
public
streaming this.
safety. It's a very strong, powerful act.
I was gonna be on the couch, and then Maneater's like threw a shoe at me, threw a chancla, hit me in the side of the head, and was like, "You need to go stream." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am."
It's called the Laken Riley Act. So Allison and Lauren, America will never, ever forget our beautiful Laken Hope Riley.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my daughter's death and putting it at the feet of every single migrant who's ever come here. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much. Since taking office, my administration.
I don't understand what's so bad. Isn't her daughter in a better place now?
Immigration crackdown.
I don't get it.
In American history.
Like, shouldn't they like be like
Quickly achieved the
celebrating
lowest numbers
that her
of
daughter's in heaven?
illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
You know, that's right, Elite. Nah, I'll be there. I'll be there on Friday. I'll be there on Friday.
The Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation.
Educated
we
women.
must
Oh,
have
yeah. She probably had
legislation
sex
to
before
secure
marriage,
the
so she's
border.
definitely in hell.
But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
My eggs are still expensive. Gas hasn't gone down.
Thank you. Joe Biden didn't just open our borders, he flew illegal aliens over them to overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country. Entire towns like Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio, buckled under the weight of the migrant occupation and corruption like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns destroyed.
Ever.
Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address, we are achieving the great liberation of America. But there still is much work to be done. Here tonight is a woman I have gotten to know, Alexis Nungary from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly. Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter, and earlier tonight, I signed
don't
an
worry.
order keeping my word to you.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm
One thing
pretty
I've
sure they're
learned about Jocelyn
they're
is that
fucking
she
Latin.
loved animals so much. She loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge, a pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order?
Like, that would be dope if it wasn't fucking, if he wasn't deleting all the fucking parks and wetlands, and if this wasn't just a act to demonize migrants.
Thank you very much. All 3 savages charged with
Don't you like that?
Jocelyn
Where did we hear
Lakin's
savages before?
murders were members
Where
of the
have we heard this
Venezuelan
language
prison gang,
before?
the toughest gang, they say, in the world, known as Tren de Aragua. 2 weeks ago, I officially designated this gang, along with MS-13 and the bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels, as foreign terrorist organizations. They are now officially in the same category as ISIS, and that's not good for them. Countless thousands of these terrorists were welcomed into the U.S. by the Biden administration. But now every last one will be rounded up and forcibly removed from our country, or,
No, they
if
won't.
they're too dangerous, put in jails, standing trial in this country, because we don't want them to come back ever. With us this evening is a warrior on the front lines of that battle, Border Patrol Agent Roberto Ortiz. Great guy.
Sell out. Sell out. Look, what the fuck? What a fucking sellout. They don't love you, bro. They don't love you. You'll be the first one on the wall, you dumb fuck. You stupid bitch.
In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling by the Rio Grande near an area known as Cartel Island. Doesn't sound too nice to me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, at great danger, and he leapt into action, returning fire and providing crucial seconds for his fellow agent to seek safety, just barely. I have some of the
Just barely. I was there.
that event, and it was not good. Agent Ortiz, we salute you for your great courage and for your line of fire that you took and for the
line
bravery
of
that
fire you
showed.
took.
We honor you, and we will always honor you.
I don't know
Thank
what I'm
you,
saying.
Roberto, very much.
Yeah, but he was legal. The Mexican Nazi dude.
Thank you, Roberto. And I actually got to know him on my many calls to the border. He's a great, great gentleman. The territory to the immediate south of our border is now dominated entirely by criminal cartels that murder, rape, torture, and exercise total control. They have total control over a whole nation, posing a grave threat to our national security. The cartels are waging war on America, and it's time for America to wage war on the cartels.
Here we go. I knew this is where it was going. When I was gonna say it, and then I forgot. When he started talking about designating them terrorists, and they're in the same category as ISIS.
5 nights ago, Mexican authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest cartel leaders in their country. That has never happened before. They want to make us happy. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl.
Mexico extradites criminals all the time. What the fuck are you talking
USA.
about?
They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in borders. Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay
Take care,
so I can
Screwface.
sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get it to me. I'll sign it so fast, you won't even believe it.
You won't even believe it. You're right. You're right. Whatever's in there, I won't believe it.
And as we reclaim our sovereignty, we must also bring back law and order to our cities and towns. In recent years, our justice system has been turned upside down by radical left lunatics. Many jurisdictions virtually ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents like me. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck. Good luck.
Find yourself a partner that looks at you like J.D. Vance looks at Trump.
So important. Going to do a great job. Cash, thank you. Thank you, Cash.
You're not slick, Cash Patel. You're not
Already
slick.
Started very strong. They're going to do a fantastic job. You're going to be very proud of them. We're also once again giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve. They have to get it. They have such a hard, dangerous job, but we're going to make it less dangerous. The problem is the bad guys don't respect the law, but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will respect it. This also includes our great fire departments throughout the country. Our firemen and women are unbelievable people, and we'll never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers. So
This guy gives me heartburn.
One year ago this month, 31-year-old New York police officer Jonathan Diller, unbelievably wonderful person and a great officer, was gunned down at a traffic stop on Long Island.
That's how it always is, though. Like the partisan, like the way it goes is when it's Biden, then Trump wouldn't, you know, Republicans wouldn't stand up and blah, blah, blah. They kind of go back and forth, whoever the president is.
The seat next to him had 14 prior arrests and went by the name of Killer. He was Killer. He killed other people, they say, a lot of them. I attended Officer Diller's service, and when I met his wife and one-year-old son, Ryan, it was very inspirational, actually. His widow's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
Like, how dope would it be if you accepted an invitation from Trump to do like some shit, and use that use that opportunity to like yell something dope,
sure that
free Palestine or
his
something.
Dad was a true hero, New York's finest, and we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, and we're going to do it fast. Got to stop it. They get out with 28 arrests. They push people into subway trains. They hit people over the head, back of the head with baseball bats. We got to get them out of here. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy into permanent law.
Immediate death penalty if you murder a cop, because they're a special class of people.
I'm also asking for a new crime bill getting tough on repeat offenders while enhancing protections for America's police officers so they can do their jobs without fear of their lives being totally destroyed. They don't want to be killed. We're not going to let them be killed.
Oh, shit.
Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
And they hate you, too. And you are going to be bullied into oblivion. I think you might be special needs. They hate you, bro. She's like, all right, put me down. Put me down.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer. The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
God, man, that'd be so sad. I wonder what his mental capacity is now after going through that.
Since that time, DJ and his dad have been on a quest to make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer, actually a number of times. The police love him, the police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
He's so happy. This is DEI. Oh, loophole. Damn.
Thank you, DJ.
Damn.
DJ's doctors believe his cancer likely came from a chemical he was exposed to when he was younger. Since 1975, rates of child cancer have increased by
Make
more
America
than
Great Britain again.
40%. Reversing this trend is one of the top
Oh
priorities
shit. What's up,
for our
Nushan?
new presidential commission to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human Services.
This is Weekend at
Robert
Bernie
F.
shit right here.
Kennedy
I don't even
Jr.
think he's alive right there. He's a animatronic. I am convinced that he's an animatronic. He's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering. How quickly they forget.
Oh,
Our goal is
does he
to
not?
get
Does he think that's the
toxins out of
same
our
person?
environment, poisons out
Does
of
he think
our
that's
food
John F.
supply,
Kennedy?
and keep our children healthy and strong. As an example, not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers.
You're right.
10,000
You're right.
children had autism. 1 in 10,000.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Now it's 1 in 36. There's something wrong. 1 in 36. Think of that.
He's doing the
So we're
autism
gonna
thing.
find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on.
Wow, he's
Very
doing the
important job.
autism thing. This is gonna be really fucking bad. We are so fucked. We are fucked.
Thank you.
This
My
is from earlier.
administration is also working to protect our children from toxic ideologies in our schools.
That's
few
good.
years
That's good
ago,
on Maxwell. He should
January,
have been more
Little John
disruptive. I
and
would
her
like to see him be
husband
more
discovered that
disruptive.
Their daughter's school had secretly, socially transitioned their 13-year-old little girl. Teachers and administrators conspired to deceive January and her husband while encouraging her daughter to use a new name and pronouns.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
They,
because fuck her
them
parents.
pronoun, actually.
I mean, obviously
All
they were
without
right to
telling
do that.
January, who is here tonight and
They're
is
putting her
now a
business
courageous
on
advocate
national TV.
against this form of child abuse. January, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Namaste. Namaste. Oh, fuck it.
Thank you. Stories like this are why,
Yeah.
shortly after taking office, I signed an executive order banning public schools from indoctrinating our children with transgender
Oh no.
ideology.
Oh no. Now you can't indoctrinate kids anymore? What the fuck is going on here?
I also signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth.
Never happened.
And now I want Congress to pass
How do
a
we
bill
get some of
permanently
this?
banning and criminalizing sex
Serbian
changes on
MPs
children
toss
and
smoke
forever
grenades in
ending the
Parliament
lie that any child is
as
trapped
lawmakers suffer
in their own
stroke.
body.
Yeah.
This is a big lie.
Oh man.
And our message to every child in America is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you.
So I better not see anybody wearing glasses. I better not see anybody fucking taking any dick pills. No dick pills.
Because we're
If
getting
God wanted your
wokeness
dick to
out of our
work,
schools
it would
and
be working.
Out of our military, and it's already out, and it's out of our society. We
Yeah.
don't want it. Wokeness
Can
is
I-
trouble.
Can I still fuck
Wokeness
couches?
is bad. It's gone. It's gone.
It's not gone
And
though.
we feel so much better for it, don't we?
Nah,
Don't we feel
it's
better?
not. It hasn't gone anywhere.
Our service members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will
No,
fight.
there
for our
will
country
still be. They
and
were
beat.
always were
Congratulations.
right wing fucking Nazi
Secretary,
ideologues.
congratulations.
It's gonna give me cancer again. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're an idiot. You're a stupid
And
person.
he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you. I know him well. I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services.
You know what? That part I don't doubt. That part I do not doubt.
And you know, it was just a few months ago where the results were
thank
exactly
God. We get to
the
hate people
opposite.
again?
We couldn't
Fuck yeah.
recruit anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had. What a tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see. People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country, and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing, and thank you very much. Great job. Thank you. We're
No, that's
joined
exactly
tonight
right.
by a young man, Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that Call of Duty.
That's all it
Jason's
is.
Father,
It's like-
grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform. Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a six-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good, GPA. And his greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point.
What an idiot. What a fucking idiot. I have great study skills. I'm great at school. I'm great at sports. I can be pretty much anything I want.
Jason,
I want to go kill brown people. That's what I want to do.
But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
By the way, he is going to have hell in the academy. Like, he will never live this down. This is not going to make him cool. They're going to shit on him daily.
Thank you. Jason, you're going to be on the long gray line, Jason. As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund
I don't know.
state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland.
Oh my
all
God.
made in the USA.
The Golden Dome missile. So he's taking the idea from Israel, because you know how many times we get missile attacked. We gotta put money into a Golden Dome missile. Yes, Ronald Reagan wanted to do it because we were afraid of USSR. You stupid fuck.
And other places have.
God, you're so fucking dumb.
Other places have it, and the United States should have it too, right? Tim,
Why?
Right?
Why? Who's lobbing missiles at
I
us?
want to thank you, but it's a
You
very,
fucking
very
dumb
important-
fuck.
This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect
Yeah.
our citizens like never before. To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding. And for that purpose, I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships.
In a bottle?
We
Yeah.
don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact.
We don't make
To
them much
further
anymore. What are you
enhance our
talking
national
about? The Jones
security,
Act requires
my
you
administration will be
to only use
reclaiming
American
the
ships, and that's
Panama
why
Canal, and we've already started doing it.
reclaiming the Panama Canal. Wow. So now we're
Just
so
today,
he's pulling a
American
Putin.
company announced they are buying both ports.
He said that we're
around
officially
the Panama Canal and lots of other things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others.
no what
Others could use it.
what?
But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000
You ain't going
workers
anywhere,
died
man. Either you know damn well.
building the Panama Canal.
Can you fucking
They
go?
died of malaria. They died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our
These people were
country's
so fucking
history, if you
poor.
bring it up to
They like
modern day
needed to
costs.
feed their
It was
families,
given away
and
by the Carter administration
and
for
they were
$1.
willing to take a
That
25%
agreement
chance
has
of
been
dying.
violated very severely.
Yeah, he
We
says
didn't give
they're
it to
reclaiming it.
China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
True.
And we have Marco
True.
Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco.
You know, he said something interesting though. He said we're
know
buying
who to
both
blame
ports or
if
something like
anything
that. So
goes wrong.
I bet you money what's gonna happen
Marco's
is
been amazing, and he's going to do a great job.
we're gonna spend a dick ton of
He
money
got
to
100
buy the
votes.
property that is for sale,
You know,
and
he
then
was
say,
approved
yeah,
in
we got it back. I'm like,
1999,
no, you're
the
paying
100
fucking Panama a
was
lease.
this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes. And I'm either very, very happy about that or I'm very concerned about it. But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody. And we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you.
Nothing.
He's doing a good
Literally
job.
nothing. Top sniper, unfortunately. Welcome to the chat, by the way.
Great job.
So to impeach the one side of the
And I
Congress
also
has
have
to
a
vote,
message tonight for the incredible
and then
people of Green
Beta.
Bay.
Hey, is that you?
We strongly support your right to determine your own future.
Yep. Top sniper, dude.
if you choose,
The
we welcome you into
one
the
side
United
has to like
States of
vote,
America. We need
and all you need is a
you
majority vote to
Beta!
start the
national
process.
security and even
And
international
then,
security.
and we don't have a majority.
Working
You
with
know,
everybody
anybody on the
involved
left,
to try and
not
get it.
on. You
But
know,
we need it
I don't know.
really
Maybe
for
left is too
international world security.
gracious a word, but
I think
and
we're
then
gonna get
to
it.
convict
One
of
way
the
or the other,
impeachment,
we're gonna get
the
it.
other side of the House has to have a 2/3 vote, and
keep
we
you
sure as
safe.
shit don't have that.
We will make you rich, and together we will
Who
take Greenland
else?
to
Somebody
heights
just,
like you
somebody
have
else
never
just,
thought
where did that
possible
go?
before. It's a very small population,
I missed
but
it.
very, very
Missed it.
large piece of land, and very, very important for military security. America is once again standing strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism. 3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed
Metalworking.
13
Thank you.
American
Appreciate it.
service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disaster.
Revolution, yeah. I mean, the one thing that could happen is 26. You know, as far as the system goes, as far as the legal system goes, then we have
Tonight, I am
2026.
pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
If in 2026 people show up and the Republicans lose the House and the House and the Democrats, then I'm sorry, the House and the Senate, and then we could start stemming. We could like kind of like we could put a tourniquet on this.
And I want to
Because
thank
then he won't be able to get
especially
shit
the
done in
government of
Congress.
Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I
You would
actually
think.
got to
You would
know very
think.
well. Most of them.
I tell you, I'm not
children were
very
murdered
confident.
and
I have zero
many people, it
confidence
was so
in the
badly,
American
over
people.
42 people
We had 4
so
years of
badly
this.
injured
We
on that
knew what was
fateful day
coming.
in Afghanistan. What a
And
horrible
I don't
day.
buy any of the conspiracy theories.
Such
Donald
incompetence
Trump
was
won
shown.
fair and square, and not even by the electoral vote. I hit the
saw what
electoral
happened.
college vote.
I guess
He
said,
won the
"Wow,
popular vote.
maybe this is my chance."
He
That's
would
how
have
bad
won
it
without
was.
the electoral college.
Should have never
I'm
happened.
pretty sure the
Grossly
American
incompetent
people,
people.
the majority of the American
I
people are
spoke to
just
many of the
fucking bad
parents and
people.
loved ones, and
That's what I think.
They're all.
I think
in our
we're
hearts
bad
tonight.
people.
Just spoke to him on the phone. We had a big call.
2/3 vote would only happen in a
Everyone
real
on the
extreme
call.
situation.
Everybody
2/3 vote
was
happens
on the
like
line,
in a bipartisan
nothing
situation,
but
right?
cry
So
with
like
happiness. They
a
were
very
happy. As happy as
unpopular
you can be
vote
under
that
those
everybody wants to get rid of.
circumstances.
Then your representatives
Child,
in Congress,
brother,
you need
sister,
2/3 of a vote to undo that, and you
son,
go,
daughter,
yeah, we'll do that.
was
But in a
killed
partisan
for no
situation,
reason
yeah,
whatsoever.
good luck with that.
In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved
Exactly.
one of the
In his
most
first term, he was
groundbreaking
impeached
peace
twice because we had the majority of the House,
generations, the
but we didn't
Abraham
have
Accords.
the numbers in the Senate. So, of course, he was acquitted both times. Yeah, I mean, let's hope. Let's hope that's right. I mean, I would love to be wrong. I'm just not holding my breath.
Now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful.
Trump
and
is
prosperous
absolutely a
future
convicted
for
felon.
the entire region. A lot of things are happening.
Some of
in
the other
Middle East.
charges
People
were all
have been
dropped
talking
because he
about
won the
that so much.
presidency. But
with
he can't do
everything
shit
going
about
on
those
with Ukraine
convictions
and
because
Russia.
those are New York
A lot
State
of things are happening in the
convictions.
Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood.
He is
actually.
forever
I'm
a
also
convicted
working
felon.
tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's
Oh shit! Here we go.
with no security, with no anything.
With no what? No security. Well, starting to talk like Biden. I think he's running out. He's running out of steam. He's running out of steam, chat.
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years?
He's
Yeah,
slurring.
yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
2,000 people are being killed every
Like,
single week.
even this guy,
More than that.
who is slime,
They're Russian
doesn't
young
laugh as hard
people,
as this
they're
guy. Like this
Ukrainian
guy
young
just is like,
people. They're not
he's
Americans,
embarrassing.
But
I don't know how
his.
his wife stays with him. Like, how does your wife like watch some piece of shit like that and go, yeah, I'm gonna let him put a baby in me.
Ukraine by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending.
It depends.
And we've spent perhaps
depends.
$350 billion like
I-
taking candy from a baby. That's what happened.
I'm an abolitionist and
spent
I don't support the
$100 billion, 20
disenfranchisement
different
of
centers.
felons. So
a
I get
notion
stuck in a
separating
hard
us.
place for that one.
And they don't.
Like I would love for him to like
We're getting along very well
see
with
some
them, and
consequences, but
lots
I
of
can't
good things
support
are happening.
taking the right of
Biden
felons
has authorized more money in this fight than
to vote away from felons.
Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter
JD
from
Vance? I don't know.
President
Like I think he's always been a
Zelensky of
Republican.
Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer.
Well,
Nobody
his
wants
wife's
peace
Indian.
more than the Ukrainians, he said.
His wife
My
is a
team and I stand
dark-skinned
ready to
brown
work under
Indian,
President Trump's
which is fucking
strong
wild.
leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security,
Am I tripping?
Ukraine
Right?
is ready
Isn't that
to
right?
sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent
JD Vance's
this letter.
wife.
Just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously,
yeah.
we've
Usha
had serious
Vance.
discussions with Russia and have received strong
Like she's
signals
not
that
even
they
one
are
of those
ready for
like
peace. Wouldn't that be
super
beautiful?
light-skinned Indians
Wouldn't that
that
be
are like from the higher class people. She's like dark. Exactly, C. Rouse. That's the key right there.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
It's a slap in the face to, it's a highlight of the
It's time to stop this
inequality in
madness.
our
It's
justice
time
system.
to
Like he's
halt
the
killing.
max of it.
It's time to end the senseless
To have
war.
31
You
or
wanna end
however
wars,
many
you have to
felons and
talk to
not
both
serve a day in,
sides.
yeah.
Nearly
He's like
4
the
years
pinnacle.
ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14
Yeah,
years
no,
in a penal
I'm not
colony.
surprised that he wants to be with her. She's a very attractive woman.
Previous
I'm surprised she wants to be with him.
barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
JD Vance is Joffrey. He wishes he was Joffrey. That's still too much credit. Joffrey actually had power. JD Vance is just like sitting there licking Trump's boots clean. Like, do you want me to moisten your boots again? But that's still good though. He's like but I get what you're saying though. He's like that sniveling fucking little.
To Mark and his great
I'm
mom,
in
we are delighted
charge.
to have you safe and sound and with us.
This is
As fate would have it, Mark Fogle was
this is
born in a small
this is
rural
some
town
bills.
in Butler,
You know what I mean? Just remember that. Just remember that when you go to pump some
where
gas
his
and
mother has lived
next time you
for
buy
the
some eggs.
past 78
Here's what the
years.
GOP is doing.
I just happened to go there last July.
They want Trump to
13th
run a
for
third
rally.
term. Rename the
was
Duels
not
Airport. Where's this at? Where's Duels?
And that is where I
Make Trump's
his
birthday a national holiday.
mom right
These
before
people
I walked
are the
onto that
biggest
stage.
kiss asses.
told
Like I
her
need
I
something
would
bigger
not
than
forget
kiss
what she
ass
said about her
that's
son.
not homophobic
And I never did I?
or
Of course I
sexist.
forgot.
Because I want to
Less
say
than 10
dick
minutes
sucker, but
later,
we don't. We got to be
that
better than
same
that.
rally,
So what? Give me something
gunfire rang out,
stronger than kiss
and a
ass.
sick and deranged
and not
assassin
a
unloaded
dick
8
sucker.
bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people.
Because
My life
that
was
is
saved by
every
a
single
fraction of an inch.
Republican
But some were not so lucky.
toe sucker. Yeah,
Corey,
yeah. There you go.
Comparator, was a firefighter, a
Sycophant,
veteran, a
that's too
Christian, a
fancy. That's
husband,
too fancy.
A devoted father.
Butthole liquor. No,
And above all,
we're back
a
in the same
protector.
range. We're back
When the
we're
sound
back
of
where we started.
gunshots pierced the air,
Taint
it was
liquor,
a
back where we
horrible
started. Brown noser, but
Corey
still too
knew
nice.
instantly
See what I'm saying?
What it was and what to
Man,
do.
sometimes the
threw
best
himself
insults
on top
are
of his wife and daughters
sexist insults. I'm
and
sorry.
shielded
No, I'm just
them
kidding.
from the bullets.
I mean, I'm not kidding, but
with
you know
his
what I
own
mean.
body.
You know, I don't want them back, but I miss them
Corey
in a
was
way.
hit
I don't miss the
really hard.
words. I miss the power behind them,
You know the
and we
story from
need
there. He
something to
sacrificed his life
to
to
replace
save
them with.
2 others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of 2
Nazis.
great
There you go. That's what
country
they are.
doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their 2 beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee.
Oh, I thought the one in the middle might have been the mom. I missed it. Who are these people? Shit scoopers. Shit eaters. There you go. There you go. I'm okay with shaming that kink. That's pretty disgusting. They were made to be there, especially that middle one. I think the one on the left might be like whatever. My boyfriend's a Trumper, but that one in the middle is like my social life is so fucked.
Cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on.
No
Corey was
scoing.
taken from us
None
much
of
too
that.
soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion
Or S.
of
Cowan.
a true American
I don't know which one it is.
patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and
They
it's
let her in
love
the room
like
with those
Corey's that is
tats. I
going to
know.
make our
What is that
country
even
more
legal anymore?
majestic
Can women get
than
tattoos
ever
still?
before. I believe that my life was
Not for
saved
long.
that
Not if I
day
have
in
anything to say
Butler
about it.
for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that. Thank you.
Yeah, no shit, GM Morgan. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I've seen it though. I've seen it.
Thank you very much. From the
I know people who
patriots
don't
of
like
Lexington
Trump and are married to
Concord,
Trumpers, and
to the
I just don't.
heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy,
Okay.
from the warriors who crossed the Delaware, to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who
Man-eaters having way too much
soared
fun
at
with
Kitty Hawk,
throwing tomatoes at Trump.
to the astronauts who touched the moon. Americans have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation. That
All right,
will
yeah, we got a
always
link
be
that's gonna
free,
help me out with some
and we will
insults.
fight for it till death. We will never let anything happen to our beloved country, because we are a country of doers, dreamers,
Oh, is
fighters,
that
and
him?
survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the
With
rock and
nobody
soil
here,
of
it
a
was just
perilous
barren
and
land,
very dangerous
and we
frontier.
came in and planted a
They
flag.
chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate
Oh, no.
Bridge. They
But
lit the
tomorrow-
world with electricity,
Tomorrow for sure,
broke
because it's
free of the
Wednesday and
force of
I
gravity,
think else is going on.
fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the
Instead of the watch party, we're doing this.
fascists and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel.
Shut the fuck
We
up.
stand on the shoulders of these pioneers.
Okay, I don't really give a fuck what he's saying right here. Just for everybody, so everybody knows, there was a BBC documentary called Gaza: Surviving a War Zone. Because that documentary had somebody talking in it that was like the son of like a Hamas administrative or some shit like that, BBC took it down because Israel complained, all the Zionists in the UK complained they took it down. Well, I found it on Vimeo, and so tomorrow night at, let's say 7 p.m. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We're gonna have a Discord watch party for it. I don't know if BBC is gonna, get crazy about trying to find people who play it, so we're just gonna do a Discord watch party. I'll put the link for the Discord if you're interested in watching it tomorrow. But yeah.
On the face of this earth, we are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
Even far beyond? Are you sure about that?
And through it all, we are going
Shit.
to rediscover the
Those
unstoppable power
giant metal
of the American
buildings
spirit.
built by
And
migrants.
we are going to renew
and
unlimited
some of them even
promise of the
slaves.
American dream.
Or
Every
enslaved
single
people,
day
rather.
We will stand up and we will fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve.
Welcome to the chat, Taekwon. I guess tonight is a big wrestling night because you're like the third person to say that. Or you're the second person, but DSB said it twice, so.
My fellow Americans, get ready for
True.
an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will
It's
be
only
like nothing
just
that has
begun.
ever been seen before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
All right, get the fuck out of here. All right, so no green bomb, no green No green explosion. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe next season. That was a shitty episode. It's a good thing they don't come in that much. So here we go. Where are we at? Wait, no, that's not it. Hey. Boom, 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 boom.
They wouldn't have had the balls to say none of that shit.
There we go. Here we go. So this guy's gonna help me out. I couldn't think of any like non problematic insults. So he's gonna help me out, which is, by the way, a more of a sign of my generation and lack of imagination. So I just need some help.
Well, surprise, surprise. I am out here walking and talking 2 days in a row, and for all my regular people, I am pretty sure you knew what was on tap today before you even saw the title.
Imagine his neighbors hearing him.
We got to talk about what went down in that Oval Office yesterday. First and foremost, we are going to talk about the bully-like behavior being exhibited by the leaders of our executive branch. Y'all,
the Democratic response. Yeah.
Like,
good night, man-eater.
it's a bully. What we saw right there, well, people, that was the actions of two folks that had never properly been taken behind the woodshed. Not because they can't be, but because they have been protected. I'm here to tell you right now, if you had sat those 3 men in a room without the Secret Service to keep 2 of them safe and a set of cameras to cover their asses, they wouldn't have had the balls to say none of that shit. I honestly don't know what was more embarrassing. The Tangerine Tyrant and his 12 sizes too big for his body tie leaned over trying to look threatening, or the cosplay country boy he calls his sidekick trying to talk tough for the first time in his life. Whew, goddamn, y'all. You just don't know. I am having to try so hard not to say anything stupid and get myself sent to the gulag. Here, I'm going to put it simply, and it's
pissed
kind
off
of the same
bartender?
way I did it
That's
on
what's
TikTok, but they have less censors over there. So I'm going to say all 3 at once and then give the descriptor. People, I don't normally use those folks' names because I believe that names have power. This is why I always call them something like Pumpkin Spice Palpatine. So understand the severity when I say that Donald J. Trump, J.D. Vance, Bowman, whatever his real name is, and Vladimir Putin are all, in fact, some baby back bitches.
Okay.
Uh-oh. He's back in his Icarus era. Anybody got any extra wax for his wings? Ever faithful Phantom Barfly, thank you for showing up on a Saturday. However, today I will be the only one speaking. Sit down, shut up. The made-up MAGA patron
baby back
tried to come
bitches.
in, but unfortunately I was overwhelmed with the need to punch a knot. Now see, you know what I mean. Icarus era. Oh, and speaking of the World War II Germans, I got a fun fact for you folks. If you are still calling yourself MAGA after that despicable display, congratulations. You are now part of the motherfuckers that our grandfathers and great-grandfathers in World War II
All right, it's going. Take care.
like firewood. Congratulations. You grew up to
I appreciate
be the
you coming
reason
through.
Grandpa is rolling
Damn,
over
4
in his
a.m.
grave.
Oh, that's right. You're wing.
You know what? I'm going to leave you with this before I get too excited.
Mango Mussolini.
Remember when America stood against dictatorships? Remember when we kind of had 2 world wars and a whole ass Red Scare about it?
That we only entered
Pepperidge
into
Farm,
for
remember?
personal gain? Yeah, I remember
Half
those.
the voting portion of this country apparently does not. Congratulations, MAGA. You just made us the main fighting force of the Axis powers Part 2. Keep
Yeah.
the motherfucking boots out of your motherfucking mouth. And remember that the golden rule will always remain yeehaw fuck the law. Have a wonderful weekend. I love y'all. I'll see you down the line.
Yeah, that's good. I like that guy. Screen. All right, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, that is the end of the stream. I'm Robo, and that was the show. I appreciate you all coming through. I usually only stream 3 times a week on Monday, right here. On Thursday night at 7 p.m. over on the channel Blurred Without Fear, where we, on the show Nerds of Culture, where me and Ernie the Blur Without Fear talk, the culture, nerd culture with what is it, the woke shade room with a dash of sazon. And then on Friday. But, things are, coming up, and it's Tuesday, and of course we have to stream for that. The tomorrow in the Discord, we're going to watch that documentary, Gaza, How to Survive a War Zone, the video that BBC took down. So is this the Friday stream? No, I will be live on Friday. I will be live. Wait, is that when my son gets here? Wait, hold on. I actually think my son flies in. So this actually might be good. Might be good. Hold on. Benji come. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but that's at 11. Yeah. I might. Yeah, my son flies in that day. So yeah, that's a might. But for sure I'll see you on tomorrow in the Discord or Thursday on Blurred Without Fear. I love you all. Take care of the people around you. Take care of your community. Get involved. But don't forget to take care of yourself as well. Hydrate, get some sleep, and protect yourself. Remember that joy is radical. You have a good one. Take care.